Hi everybody, it's Richard back again. We have this exciting Warsaw scenario to talk about. But before I did, I wanted to mention something. I had already written down units I plan on buying and upgrades I plan on making by some point in 1940. And then I counted up, how much prestige would it cost for me to do that? And it's going to cost me 3,900 to 4,100 prestige to do all the unit buying and upgrades that I want to do. And they only have 98 right now, so it's going to be interesting to see if I can actually earn that much prestige by Sedan, let's say. I may have to make some sacrifices. But it's just giving you a sense of the, how hard this 25% deductor level play is. I have this core I'm envisioning of building, and it's not that easy. It's going to take me a while. So hopefully by Sedan I can start building up prestige. This scenario. Okay, this is Warsaw. This is a fun scenario. It's definitely harder than Maudlin because there's a lot of stuff you need to do. When I look at this map, it's clearly a city metropolis. Pretty big. So you can see there's 1, 2, 3, there's 5 major objectives I need to capture. It's very dense, so I don't want armor really in here if I can help it. Maybe if I park a tank on some of these open hexes, that would be better. Having some experienced infantry is a good thing, and you can see I've got 7 infantry, all with 1 star. Actually, everything I have is at least 1 star, so no units that I will deploy here are inexperienced. That's a good thing. There seems to be a lot of stuff out in the boondocks, and it's kind of strange to have so many of these hexes out here. However, if you read the message, what's going on is that there's you have, where is it? You have these isolated units with artillery pieces at these locations: Miaz, Stanislawo, Minsk, Mazowiecki, and Gatka. And so what happened is the designers of this map created an incentive for us to go into the hinterlands and grab these locations, because High Command will give us artillery pieces after we do so. So if I try to find them, here's Miaz. Yep, they're all here on the outer edges. So because I'm doing an assault of the city, I have an incentive to grab the outer areas as quickly as possible. Because if I get more artillery, it's going to make it a lot safer to assault the city. I only have 5 artillery, so what they're telling me is if I grab those outer areas, I'll have 9 artillery. And if you happen to look at the units up north, I have a level bomber. So I would have basically 10 artillery for this entire map, which is insane. But it's a city map, so 10 artillery is probably not even enough. So, I'm not going to complain about getting extra artillery. The question is, if I'm going to get that artillery, how am I going to get it? Because my units are deploying over here, not over here. Well, the first thing I'll draw your attention to is we're actually given 8 auxiliary units, 2 of which are aircraft, and they're all up here. So I could send a strike force over and grab these locations, and maybe even this one. Just grab this stuff to grab those artillery pieces. Then I can send a small strike force this way and help grab these locations. And then that way I don't have to send a strike force to slowly gobble up all of this. These auxiliary units aren't very strong, so it seems reasonable to assume they are good enough to grab these locations. And if you read the report, reconnaissance, heavy Polish artillery, they're only lightly guarded by Polish sentries. So it's possible that this is not heavily guarded at all, and I don't need to send heavy hitting units or lots of units to go do it. So I'll send this group up here over here. I think this is rational. This group goes and grabs these locations, and I will send the minimum that I need to grab these locations. This might be heavier defended than these locations, but even if it is, this group can come help me grab the spot. So, but to do this with speed, I only have 20 turns to take this whole city. To do this with speed, I will use my mountain unit because he has 6 movement, and I will use my recon unit to help gobble up empty objectives if they exist. I mean, we suspect that they could be empty because a lot of these areas are lightly guarded. And I will bring an artillery piece with my 6 movement mountain troops to help dig out any soldiers in these outer boundary areas. And everything else will just go to the city. My plan is, now I've talked about like these outer objectives. That's pretty straightforward. Most people are going to do some version of that in their playthrough. Where I'm going to differ, I'm going to definitely send something to the city in this direction. And I can see these key objectives, right? My big plan with my corps is I want to send them here, kind of concentrate on a general frontline assault, and eventually split them in two and have part of my main group go up here to hit this target, and the other go here and hit this target. Then my auxiliary units, after they help me clear out this area, I'm going to send a lot of them back and hit the northern part of the city here with the idea of seizing this objective. So I'll basically have an assault occurring on 2 different parts of the city. Then my other plan is, if I'm getting a lot of artillery pieces and I can link up with this group, some of these guys could swing around and link up with my mountain units and my recon unit and help assault this part of the city. So in a sense, I'll be able to set up a situation where I have surrounded the city and all the key points except for the middle are under assault. That's the plan. We'll see, how that actually goes, but most people don't really think of it that way. It's a little weird to swing everything out here and take this and then swing it back and take this. But my auxiliary units are not very strong. If I send like these Panzer 1s that I have to attack without support, they're going to get destroyed. So I have to be very, very careful about how to take a very weak core of units and assault a key objective. So I'm going to take my time, and I have the time to take. So I'm perfectly happy grabbing some artillery pieces. They help assault the city over here, and I swing everybody back over here and kind of assault here. It's unclear to me exactly what the distribution will be. Maybe I send some people over here and keep them here, and then I swing everybody else back. So it's you're gonna kind of, there's dynamic conditions. You'll have to see how it plays out. But in my experience, this works very well. I also think it's rational. It's rational to go grab the outliers and then swing back in, especially since I know I'm getting extra support. And getting artillery support on this map is a really big deal. It's more important than assaulting the city directly. And I will try to be very careful in my assaults, so that way I don't lose a unit, because it's pretty easy to lose a unit when assaulting a city. So where is my mountain troop? Right here. You are gonna go here. I'm gonna send him this way, and Send him this way and grab this spot. I need artillery. Doesn't matter to me. I'll send experienced artillery. Doesn't matter. So I'm gonna send this artillery piece and this recon unit. They're gonna go up here and see what's going on, and maybe even something there. And I'll have to send an infantry to help take it. Definitely want a tank. I can keep them a little bit back. I'm gonna send. I don't know if I'm gonna need infantry to attack this, so I'm gonna put one here. And the rest, I need to get to within sight of this city. So I'm gonna put my mountain troops here. 1, 2, 3, and then they can hit it. I just want to do that because I want to be able to efficiently take locations. The rest of my guys, I'm going to put on the front lines. They don't have trucks, so they're going to just march. That's okay on this map because... Right, artillery support. That's okay on this map because it's so slow. They will have plenty of time to reach the city, and taking my time there is a good thing. I will bring 2 anti-aircraft guns. I will bring fighter, all of my fighters. I like having a lot of fighter protection because getting damage from the air is devastating for me. It's worse than artillery damage because sometimes, oh, I have too many units, huh? I want my tank because it gives me vision. Because my scout car is going to go off on an adventure. Did I deploy all of... I have too much infantry. I want him... He's okay. He's 2 stars. Oh, he has trucks? Wait. Does he not have trucks? Oh, he's SE. Yeah, he can go there. 208, huh? Yeah, I bring 3 fighters. I want 3 fighters because, it lets me protect my units, and I know that there's a serious air force here. Did they mention that? The remnants of the Polish Air Force are based around Warsaw. So I'm assuming that there's going to be... It says remnants, so maybe it's not as strong as I'm making it seem. But I already have infantry at 2 stars. I don't need to bring him in then. The rest of the infantry. So I have 6 infantry here, and then I have 2 infantry up north. So I have 8 infantry. I want to bring my tank because I need somebody. I could bring a 7th infantry and not my tank, but I need somebody that can ward off a serious counterattack from armor. I don't know there's armor in the city, but it would be silly to assume there isn't. Let's put it that way. And also, it's good for taking out things like anti-aircraft guns. I'm going to assume at like every airfield there's an anti-aircraft gun. You know, or at least most of them. What's the other thing? Oh, why did I bring both 88 guns? Did I mention that I'm scared of being attacked by the air? So the idea is these guys are going to protect my artillery and my tank from planes attacking them. When I clear the air, when I wipe out the Polish Air Force, they can switch to their anti-tank mode, and if there's fortifications, these guys can take them out. That's the plan. I don't have Pioneers, so this is my substitute for Pioneers, so that's why I have both of them. And one will go to the northern group that will assault here, and one will go to this group and assault here. And hopefully I rip open this entire side of the city while the rest of the city's under pressure, which will set up collapsing everything at once. Okay. No more units to deploy. That's my turn. Clear weather. First order of business is I am curious what is over here. And it turns out there's nothing over here. Second order of business. I know there's a garrison unit here, so I will send my fighter bomber over and attack. And the big thing about attacking here is I'm trying to reduce entrenchment. So he's entrenched at 2. So the biggest use of the auxiliary air force for the first half of the scenario is entrenchment reducing benefits. By reducing entrenchment, it means I take less damage from rugged defenses, and I lower the chances for it, and I'm taking less damage. You know, overall, I'm saving damage on my units. That's empty. Do I bring my tank over? I could bring a tank over here. What about this guy? He can go here. Yep. I'm gonna send them over. I want to crush the outer edges. But to do that, I have to spend some time shipping them over. I know you're there. Yep. And I have another tank right here. Okay. He needs to get in position. So over here, I suspect there's something there, so I'll just move it in. My mountain units move in. I will hit. He's entrenched at. He's entrenched at 2 now. Let's hope I kill it. That was embarrassing. My mountain troops. That was embarrassing. Alright. Why don't we take a peek, huh? Okay. He can come up. And I'm going to do a little trick here. I'm going to go here. And then stick my artillery behind, and then guard everything with my fighter. Well, actually, wait. Guard my scout with my fighter, and hover the fighter over my artillery. He's out of range, so it's not a big deal. Yep. Okay. Next order of business. I want to park this guy on the intersection to spy out what's going on. I can already see there's stuff over here. Yep, moving infantry. And turn 1's kind of boring. I'm just kind of... Yeah, this is safe. I have scouting of 4, so So even if there's like a fortification that can see 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, he can't be seen. Pretty sure he can't be seen either, because we're way out. And then I'm going to stick my artillery. That's a little too close. Stick my artillery here. And this guy can go here. Not moving you. Not moving you. Oh. These are the most vulnerable, so I'll stick my fighter there. Oh. And... whoops. And I'll stick my fighter here. Which helps reduce his entrenchment, and next turn I can kill it. Not a lot to say on turn 1. I spy airplanes. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know why I can see this one. Oh, because of the scout. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. First order of business. Let's hit this guy. Then I want to hit this guy. Pretty good suppression, so I feel comfortable attacking. And this is with my SE unit, so it's not that dangerous. My scout can cheat. And I know... well, I can see 4. So let's just stick him here. And I can see this is empty. And I do not see much. I'm expecting this is empty because that one's empty. And it is. Terrific. Next. Because this is all empty and there's nothing that could even spy me. Because I can see 4. Even if there's a fortress here, 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm totally out of range. They're not expecting anything from that direction anyway. Okay, mountain units. Hill. Do I have somebody with trucks? No. Okay. Since I have nobody... oh, well, yeah, I have nobody better, so I'll send my mountain troops in. Now what to do? He can go here, for sure. He can go here. He can go here. Yep. I'm okay with him going here. I'm trying to do it safely. These guys are protected. So I'm going to park him here, and then park him here. Covering, yeah, everybody's covered. This is good. He's really dug in. I'm not going to attack. I don't think there's much point, so we'll just... do this. Okay. So this guy is dug in at 3. Yep. So I'm going to continue to send the Air Force over to help.